Okay, and I'm making you guys some co-hosts. Colette, I'm making you a co-host too. Lamanda, meet Shanna. Shanna, meet Lamanda. Both of y'all are in Little Rock in Arkansas. There's also Miss Candace. She works on Wednesdays. She usually catches the the YouTube version, but you guys are all there. Lamanda, how are you doing? How's everything going with with your place?
I'm actually traveling tonight, so but everything is okay. I'm in a temporary spot while construction is.
Good, 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 good. I love when y'all traveling. Travel is good. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this. First and foremost, branch up. Go to www.branchup.com. Let me put it in here. It's very easy to sign up for. Make sure you have your ARC number because that's what you're going to need to sign up for it. But if you want to know what it was, first and foremost, so Branch Up sends out a newsletter. They also do posts, right? So here they send me an email. This is Jamaica trip I'm telling you guys about. But what do they send? They send the email right here to say, hey, your email marketing campaign is ready. So every first of the month beforehand, they say, send me an example copy of what they're going to be sending out, right? It has the date that they're going to send it out, the time. They have me to log in so I can see what it will look like or if I want to make any changes, right? So then I go into it and here is Branch Up, right? You guys, listen, Branch Up allows to be able to post to your businesses like your business accounts, Facebook business, LinkedIn business, and then your email that's related to your business. Unfortunately, they don't do personal accounts. However, if you got like a Hootsuite or if you got Later or Better, any of those apps, Ripple that allow you to schedule posts, or even right now, if you are allowed to schedule posts in your group for Facebook, and you're allowed to schedule posts on your own individual personal account. So with that, you can schedule these same posts that do not um, post directly. But here's the deal, it's content for you. You don't have to go out and reinvent the wheel. You don't have to go out and, find new content. These are absolutely great. Did you know information? Some of them are inspirational. They're just not always sell, sell, sell. And that's what you want to have in your travel group and on your travel page, Instagram, whatever you're using, right? So these are just some of them. Here's a sale right here for a limited time only. Enjoy 75% off your second guest cruise fare. Save up to an additional $800 per stateroom and get up to an $800 to spend on board. Go wow for the natural wonders of Alaska and turn your bucket list into your book it list. And boom, they click on it. This was Celebrity Cruise Line. Once they click on it, it took them to, whoop, what's this? Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. It took them directly to me, Ultimate Sky Travel, my brand, my name, my information. They click on all those things. It's direct to me. But guess what it's showing? Nothing but a celebrity, our semi-annual. Give them a little bit and include a video in it, you guys, and a feature. And then that you put your number here. And if they click, they want to call you directly, they can, or they can boom, find out more. If they find out more, it goes straight to your email that you have selected on there. So then they can find out more and how to book through you. So it is absolutely amazing in that aspect. All of this is done for you. It is very similar to what our host agency offers with the newsletter, but again, this is branded completely to you. It doesn't have our host agency on it whatsoever. And the only thing that you know is about Branch Up is, as you see down on everybody's at the bottom, is either powered by Constant Contact, some other brand type of platform, but that's all you see. But everything else is you, just like when we do HubSpot, powered by HubSpot. But this landing page right here, If you guys ever, you can do a, listen, you can do the same landing page, believe it or not, on HubSpot, but do you really want to do all that? I'm just saying. I mean, you could, but do you really want to when it's done for you? Anybody just want to do it just because y'all got the time and y'all got the, the hours to dedicate to do it? Or would you rather have BranchUp do it for you? Anybody? Which one? BranchUp? No BranchUp. Crickets? Well, those who are out there
Definitely BranchUp.
Well, I'm about to talk to you two people. Put the BranchUp in. BranchUp. It's a no-brainer.
Yes, all day.
It is a no-brainer. So here, for those, Renette, Shanna, if you guys are not signed up, you should be there where it's saying, hey, sign up. It's going to ask you for your name. It's going to ask you if you're a home-based agent. You're going to be a home-based agent independent contractor. That's the one that you're going to select. You're going to put in your home base. Is going to have IntelliTravel on the list. You're going to put in your name, your email, and your website, and the whatever address you want to use for your business. And then you get to connect your Facebook app. You get to connect your LinkedIn, your email. And here's the deal: it's really, really easy, you guys, to literally connect your stuff, right? Meaning, like, you have your CRM, right, that you get from our host agency. You can get the CRM and you can upload it, right? So when you go in and you want to like add more people to your CRM, you can go in here. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Sherpa right here is really good. This is where people can go in and they can put in the information. You can go in and you want to find out any restrictions, whatever's going on for visa, passports, or whatever. Sherpa is good. American Airlines use them. A few airlines use them. So it'll bring up all your information that any person needs to be in there. All right. So I'm having a brain fart where my what a CRM is. Hold on. Oh, under email marketing, under contacts. All right, this is where you will upload your CRM that you have from any place right here. I have to work on mine because I have deliverables of 19 people that's not done and have one opt out, right? You can upload your contacts. It's really easy to do. They're going to go down here and it says upload contacts. You upload your contacts directly. You can add new contacts and you can simply by uploading the file, and it gives you an example right here of how you're going to do it. So you can download a file. It looks, let me see if it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna let me share or take it to new share, but when you download this example file, it's just asking you for the first name, the last name, and their email address. It's just that easy. So you upload all your CRMs and let it do let BranchUp do the work for you. So it paused, and so here, let me show what it looks like. Easy, right? Email, first name and last name. That's all you need. That's all you have to copy and paste and upload, and it will do the work for you. Now, you can edit this like before it's time for you to send it out, to publish it. You can edit it. So I'm going to stop this share and go to the other one. So when you're going to edit it, you can share what you want to share. Somebody's off mute. Co-host, get them. All right. So when okay, so mine is on the first. You have two. So I have until tomorrow to at at a certain time to edit my newsletter, right? So when I do that, you can go in. Here's what the newsletter is gonna look like. Boom. Have my information again like before. And if I want to go in here and change any of this, you have the opportunity to be able to go in here and change anything. This newsletter is about South Pacific Islands, and then it gives you the video about it. If they want to book, tell more. Also tell about it, like information. It makes you the subject matter expert. So that's one thing. It separates you from other people is it's like you look like you did all this work, but you didn't. So it's great. Wouldn't you agree? I would. So do anybody have any questions about Branch Up, how you use it, how effective it is, or anything like that? That's just to had a one-on-one, and every time I have a one-on-one and it makes me realize that we hadn't done something in a long time, then I'll go over it again because I know that we got new people, and those new people got new people. So make sure you share it with your people. And again, catch it on YouTube if you didn't get to catch the live. But that is Branch Up in a nutshell, and it's FREE, free. Any questions? All
Number for
right.
them?
Okay. Miss Valerie, what you say? All right. So let's
Didn't get
keep
me.
this party.
Miss Janae?
Uh-huh.
Hello, it's Miss Val. Quick question, is there a contact number for them? Because I had them before my, again, my account was hacked. And now I have
Mhm.
problems connecting Branch Up to my page, Facebook page.
Your business page?
Yes,
I don't know if there's a number. I'm pretty sure that there is, but let me check real quick.
I've tried to reach out to them. I'm not having any luck.
I have not had to reach
Okay.
out to them.
Okay, I'll
Uh,
keep trying.
Okay,
Right.
so here we go. Where is this? Which screen I'm trying to share?
Janae, she can submit an
I'll find it.
support ticket.
You hear that, Miss Valerie?
Yep. Yes,
Good deal.
thank you.
All right, where is, okay, I'm sharing. Now I'm sharing, which one, Safari or? Okay, Safari. All right, if you have Chat GPT, go ahead and open it up because we're gonna be playing with Cousin Chat today. Got to love Cousin Chat. If you don't have the bit.ly link to the what is this, to Bali, then I will post it in the group, or if somebody got it, can y'all post it in the group while I bring up this next one? I think I sent it out in a text message, so that'll be the update, most latest and greatest. Open up your Travel Joy. Open up your Chat GPT. And you should see, somebody should be posting the link to the Bali trip inside of
I did it.
Thank you. Someone had asked, was this just for agents only and for everyone? It's for everyone, you guys. I'm actually going to add if the travel advisor part to it at the bottom. If you are a travel advisor, put in X, Y, and Z.
That's your reminder, right?
Yeah, keep reminding me, because I say it now, and then it'll go right out my head. Like, oops, I to it. I purposely didn't so I could show, so we can show how it's done. All right. Let me go ahead and open up this. Share screen. Share screen. And cause look for anybody who comes on. All right, here we go. So sharing the screen in the Travel Joy, right out the gate, going into, for those who know, this is the platform that we use, Travel Joy. It's really simple. It's really easy. Our host agency has something very similar that they just got up and running. It's just still up and running. And so we're not using it because it's not where this one is right now. Travel Joy allows you to basically accept automated payments. We want to make it easy because most people do this on a part-time basis. It allows you to take automated payments. It also allows them to have reoccurring payments. Everything is digitized for you. You have automation in here, and you can create booking links and have things done for you while you're eating and sleeping. So here is it's a $10 investment once you get going. Once you start joining a team, which if you were going to join my team, it'll be $10. Normally it's $30 regular price if you're not on a team. First 3 months is like $15 as a trial, so you can see if you like it. But I rather tell people go with the $10 because it's worth the $10 investment. I think most agree. Y'all can put in the chat. If you don't, then put out what you're using. Some people use Wix too. I'm not a Wix person, and so you can use this how you see fit. But what you do is it has a landing page that's created for you. In this landing page, we usually do this every month. We pick a trip. We're finalizing off of Bali and wrapping this up, especially now that I'm getting a price point and absolute mostly everything included in this trip. And when we're doing this, we're putting the information in and showing you how you can edit, and we share, we believe that everybody can get fed at the table, basically. So fascinating Bali getaway is first thing, because you can make it a girls trip, you can make it anybody's trip. I think this year I had made it a girls trip, but I took it off. So it's just now me and my sister just going, and Gloria. So it's like, it really is our mini girls trip, but I'm spending a longer time in there. But this same itinerary I did last year, and it was really fun. It was effective, and it was pretty cool. So what we have is coming in, just do a quick overview. If you didn't get a chance to check the link, you have your video where you can click on here, which will take them to a nice, overview of Bali, I think, right? Can y'all see the video?
Yes,
Yes.
Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
All right, so they get to see a quick video of an overview.
Business set selling of December 16, 2024. So they are projecting their fourth quarter a year out. Fourth quarter already out the gate. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't have your trips already scheduled for 2024, you're wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Oh my gosh, that was me talking. Get that. Like, who that person? All right, y'all, back on here. So now you can go into what you have. Can y'all see I'm back on Travel Joy now? Oh, just want to make sure. We're back on Travel Joy. Everybody see that? Because it don't tell me which screen is sharing. It just says
Yeah.
sharing.
You're back
Yes,
on
we can
Travel
see it.
Joy.
Travel deal
All right.
highlights, the itinerary.
Okay, good. Okay, so here what's included quickly, you got your hotel accommodation, breakfast, transfers are here. The different excursions are here as well. What's not included, you see airfare, personal expenses, just the basics and stuff. I always like to I gotta change this. optional tours on day 4 and 5 to change. So y'all let me know I gotta change 4 and 5 because it's actually included. Anything not mentioned. All right. So this is land only. This is not flight. I usually will break out the flight within that time frame. So the flights for this will come out of May of this year. So I'll be opening up flights for a year, basically. Well, from May of this year when they come out. Yeah, it should be, May of next, I'll break out the flights and then I'll usually stop it within a certain time frame because then the flights start going up. So if you don't have your flights within this frame for this frame, and normally for this, I'll offer the flight going out of LAX. So yes, you can. What's the average cost on the flight? I'm gonna let somebody answer that because I want to know how you guys look up your flights, and then somebody, whoever, go and look of what the average cost of a flight is, round trip from LAX to Bali. Jump off and unmute and let us know what it is. All right, so day 1, travel, you arrive in Ubud. Day 2, fun in the sun. They can click on the little picture and it takes them to another little video clip that I did.
We can't hear it now. We can see it, but we can't hear it.
Know why? That's why I always ask them, like, can y'all hear it? It's something I'm supposed to hit to say, hey, share, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know what that is. So I was glad I was able to hear the last one, but this is the underwater sea walker. It's one of the best things I've ever experienced. But they also have other things to do, like the glass boat, parasailing. But the only thing that's going to be included in here is the actual sea walk. The sea walk itself. When they get there, they'll have other options to do parasailing, do the glass boat. They got this thing, a flow rider, not flow rider, but this full thing that pretty much throws you in the air like you're on a board, but you up in the air. It's pretty cool. But basically all the different type of water activities they have in this one location. So like it's a one-stop shop of different things that you want to do. I didn't put it on the itinerary for everyone to like do all those things because some people may or may not want to do all these things, right? But I picked the one because, everybody don't want to get their hair wet, right? But they still want to be cute and they want to get some good pictures. How about you gonna go on the water? Your hair won't get wet. How cool is that? I'm just saying. So that's the one I put on there. But like I said, they can have other choices to do more. Actually, this is my friend's uncle's place, and he is wanting to offer like a 3-for-1 type of deal. So I'm gonna talk to him some more about it. But again, I thought that might be a little too much for people if they don't want to do more than like one thing, because jet skiing is also there. But when you do 3-in-1, it is more cost effective. So he probably is going to do that as an option for them to be able to do upon arrival for our group in particularly. Then, after hanging out, after hanging out on the beach, then not too far is actually where you can go and you can get a flower bath. Now, people ask, well, is the flower bath like this? No. So they have a regular flower bath that they put petals in, but if you want something that's curated and created like this, then that's going to be a request ahead of time for this particular flower bath. So working on that as an option. I see you, Christine. Hold on. I'll answer in just a second. Working on that as an option to add as an option to be like flower bath decor. And get that price point. So then we can know how many people actually want to do it. And then we have to call ahead and schedule it because they got to get it all ready and photos and stuff like that. The spa is a place where you can actually have a photo shoot. They have a garden, they have this, and so it's really pretty. So again, Bali is a lot of Instagrammable or photo shoot moments. All right, Christine, what you got?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you, Miss Love?
I'm good. I'm good. So, quick question. If you could go back and talk about the flights really quick, because I have a trip for February 2024 going to Ghana and trying to figure out if the flight is not included. So you mentioned that you will add the flight in around May, so a year before the trip, and they have a certain amount of time to book it. Are you doing it from different locations or just from LAX? And what if they're in a different location? Do they have to get to LAX in order to get the flight that you're offering?
That's correct. If they are, because this is why, two reasons. Well, I guess the number one reason why I picked one centralized location, because they all going to route going from they can go from DC to Dubai and Dubai to Bali. They can go, or I should say not DC, but East Coast. They can go East Coast to Dubai, or they can do East Coast to Turkey. Those are normally like the two layover legs, right? And then get to Bali. On the West Coast is LAX to Singapore, Singapore to Bali. Each flight, East or West, no matter what, is about 20 hours to get there. The Midwest have it a little bit harder because they got to go to each location, one of these locations, to like get a flight that's, that way. It's gonna go DFW because I'm going to Australia in a couple of weeks, and so they right next to Bali. So I gotta go I'm going from Little Rock to LAX to Sydney. So Midwest are going to have like 2 layovers. Those who are on the East and West are going to have 1 layover. And the reason why I do 1 location is because I personally don't want to deal with everybody from all these other different airports. If you miss your flight to this flight, from this flight to this flight, then you're responsible for that. I want to be responsible for the leg that's leaving from LAX. So you're responsible for getting there at that certain time. If you miss that flight, then boom, there's another flight that's scheduled the very next day. It's a red eye. It leaves about 10:30 at night and gets to Singapore the next morning. So, but it's an everyday flight. So one thing is if you do miss a flight, you still can catch the next flight coming out of there. So it's no deal breaker on your trip. So that's one thing that I like about flying out of LAX too for this particular thing. Does that help answer your question?
A little bit, because so make sure I understand. So I think the flight that goes directly to Ghana leaves out of either New York or Chicago. No, if it leaves out of Chicago, they lay over in Turkey. I just had a client do that. He does not recommend it. So the next option would be, most of my people are probably going to either come from Atlanta or St. Louis. So, so I should have them, just give them the option to fly out of New York, to fly out of JFK.
Yes, ma'am.
So they get to JFK on their own. And then, okay, got you. Yes, that does help. Thank you.
If you really want to be extra and nice on them, you'll do a so they won't feel like they're having to rush to meet the flight. You'll go ahead and have them a hotel set up as a pre-trip for them so they can be right there. Normally, if they're flying into LaGuardia or JFK, there's right across the bridge hotels that they can just walk to and don't even have to take a taxi cab to. So that would be good for you coming out of JFK. And more commission, of course.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Miss Marjorie, I saw your hand.
Yes, ma'am. So question about Travel Joy. I went in, but my free trial, because I guess I was on a free trial, that expired. So I know you mentioned being a part of the group and then making that $10 a month payment. So I'm assuming I sign up a different way here besides the 2 options that they're giving me.
So let me go here real quick. Team. Oops, sorry. Wrong one. Go team real quick. And what's your email, Marjorie? Which you want me to use?
Marjorie at Marjorie.enjoylifetravel@gmail.
Travel. Is there anyone else that's not on a team that wants the $10? I'm doing this right now. Marjorie.enjoylifetravel@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Team member. Invite. Okay, you should get an email and then that's gonna walk you through what you need.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
And it's just that easy, y'all. And then she's gonna be paying $10. Okay, so back to the itinerary. Everybody kind of understand flights. That was a good question, Christine. You know, a year out, so when I started looking at flights, cut it off at a certain amount of time. We're only about 6 months out, because then after that, flights get higher. And I do pick one location, but you can pick multiple locations. I just advise if you're going to do that, then, you know, go ahead and offer them a hotel too as well as a part of the package. All right, so we talked about the flower, how they can do this same little beautiful thing right here. Just have to make it an option, and because we have to know by the numbers how many that is. So that's going to be something that's going to be added in a few more days. So that's why you need to keep this link that's put out there, because anything that I change on this link, you'll see the change happen immediately. Remember, you can copy and paste all of this into your Travel Joy to include the pictures and the links if you want to use them. Katanami, day trip, Sacred Monkey Forest and Swing and Lunch, all of this in one day. One of the longest days too, but it's very fun. People ask me about the dresses for the swing. Like, this is the dress that I wore on my own. You can bring your own dress. They do have other dresses. I will be posting that into the Bali Facebook group. I took a picture of the actual dresses. I took a picture of the actual cost. It's really inexpensive. I just wasn't feeling the dresses myself personally, but if you ever did a flying dress, then they're very similar to the flying dress as far as the silk, the cloth, or the polyester, whatever that is, that they it looks like satin and shiny and stuff, and very warm. But they look pretty when you're going up and down the swing. But if you want to bring your own dress, you absolutely can bring your own dress. The little things around my head, those are flowers that they have for, like, it's a $5 deposit, and you get the deposit back. I think it's not even that, but it's really cheap. So that is the trip is included, but the actual pictures, they will have to pay additional money for. And I didn't put that in as an option, because when they get there, they'll see how to pay it. But we're going to give them in the Facebook group. If you invite people, then they can see it as, you know, one of those things. And you can also put different Bali dresses in to entice people. Miss Renette, you got your hand raised?
Yes, I have two questions. So we can invite anybody that has paid to get in, or say they're wanting to be in the group. How does that work?
Paid to get in. Say that again.
You know, the group that you created for Bali, and you said we could invite people. Do they need to already be paid, or do they get in it so they could hear the information and get excited?
That is a good question to ask. And Marjorie, let's give it to a little bit to see what happens. Did you see me typing in? Because I could sworn I typed in the same thing.
Oh, I'm unmuted. I didn't see it, so maybe just check the spelling.
And you said you see my keys. I need my AirPods.
All right, when I do this again, I'm gonna need you to look at the screen as I'm typing it. That's why I had you on there. All right, so we're gonna do that later.
Look downstairs.
So we can check and make sure. So just remind me. So it wasn't the Facebook group. The Facebook group, at first we were gonna So when you do your HubSpot and you've got people who are interested, who fill it out, you want to invite them immediately to the Facebook group. Those are the people you want to put in because they said they were interested and wanted to know the itinerary. It entices them to, if they're on the fence, to kind of want to go ahead and dive in with all the different pictures, articles, and different stuff like that. So no, they don't have to pay to get into that Facebook group. They just have to show they're interested and they want to go on the trip.
Okay, they just need to be on the email list. And then I'm gonna have to make an appointment because every time I put this whole Bali trip in and I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, it keeps going back. It did the same thing when I tried to put Atlanta in. So it goes back to the trips I had before, like the Bali trip I had before, and it's not letting me, even though I did a whole new page, I don't know why it keeps taking me back, but that's my own personal issue. I'll just make an appointment.
Okay. And you were talking about as far as your landing page or your Travel Joy?
Travel Joy.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely figure that out. It looks like an easy. That's not going to be hard to do. The
Yeah,
day
'cause
four
I'm
guide,
in already, huh?
oh, it's going to go to day 4. So make sure you make that appointment so we can knock that out the way.
Okay.
Day 4, you guys. So like I see a typo right here. Ensuring you get some fantastic Insta-worthy shot at these renowned locations. I got Teresa. Or whatever that is. But anyway, so got to fix that. But this Instagrammable tour goes to 4 different locations. It's going to go to the temple, not the one with the young lady running with the yellow thing. That is actually the gate to a golf club, a golf resort. So not that, but it's very similar. And when you go to it, you're going to go to the temple. It's going to be a lot of people. They have traditional Balinese attire that you must wear. You cannot wear. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen all these different pictures where they got those dresses and stuff like that. You can't wear that. The only thing that you can wear is what I got on. If y'all can see it right here, this long skirt with this long shirt. You know, it's cute, but they'll give you one. So I rented that one, and you can rent it on site. If you don't have that, then whatever you got on, they're just going to give you a sarong to go across it, you know? So I feel like, you know, if you want to take a nice picture on these Instagrammable moments, 2 things you can do. You can buy the Balinese attire or you can rent it. And I say rent it because they're really like different and cute. For this year, I'm going to actually buy one so I can always have it, just like I have for Dubai, because I think they're really nice. And you'll need it for all the temples and makes good pictures. Then you can go to this palace where you can feed the fish, you know, the goldfish. You've seen that on Instagram. So you can wear one of those pretty dresses there too as well. And then you buy some fish food. And when the fish come up, you take those nice pictures. Normally who's taking a picture is the tour guide, the driver, or whoever they're used to taking pictures. Now there is an option that I am thinking of doing is putting a photographer with the trip. So here's my thought process. I'm all about supporting Black-owned businesses, and I hope you guys are too. And if you happen to know a photographer who is Black-owned, woman, male, whatever the case may be, who want to take a trip to Bali and got good pictures, have good receipts, you know, have a great resume, then let me know, because that's one thing I am thinking about, possibly bringing a photographer or using one that that's boots on ground already as an option. So you guys let me know if you guys know anybody that is you know, that can possibly do that, or if that's something that you use. It's just been something that I've been thinking about. When do I need to know? Let's see, the sooner the better. It'll be great. Because I like, you know, even though it's 2025, I like to go ahead and knock it out the way and have everything already in. So if we have people who want to do additional photos and stuff like that, I can go ahead and put it in the price point as an option, like a photographer, $100, you know, for 5 pics or whatever the case may be. And if they have a drone, drones are allowed to come in certain places when you're doing the rice paddy, when you're doing also the swing as well. The one that Culture Holidays have, they don't offer the drone with it, but I'm gonna ask them if that's also an option, because I know some photographers do have drones. Somebody just had their hand up.
I
I
did.
just, okay, go Z. Okay.
I was letting you know, I'm sorry it changed your name in the chat, but that fantastic was misspelled on there also by
Okay.
right before instant worthy. So when you correct these, you would be able to correct that. But then, okay, so my question is though, so like we're doing this like a group. So how will I be able to book into this group for this trip?
So you can copy and paste it like we do on all things. You guys copy and paste this information into your own Travel Joy.
Right, but this is a special group trip that you had. So I'm talking about when we get ready to go with Culture Holidays and book the trip, how do we do that
Are you
within
a
Culture
are,
Holidays?
are you a sub agent for me? It's just like we did for Dubai.
I'm not sure if I'm a sub agent in there. I don't know.
Okay, so it's good that Zara brought this up. So if you guys, so I use Culture Holidays. So one of the custom trips that's coming up is Dubai of this year. So did the same thing last year, give everybody a chance to copy and paste and promote this trip, and you get your commission and everything like that directly. When you are tying into this trip with Culture Holidays, though, you become a sub agent, and then that lets me know how many rooms that, total booking that we have. So it's the same concept. If you become a sub agent, it's not just becoming a sub agent for one trip. So whenever I'm doing custom trips, you'll be able to get in on it and sell it and be a part of this trip. Otherwise, you have to get it own. Let me be very clear what a custom trip is. So last year when I went, it was over 240 something people on Bali. There was like 3 huge buses. It was a lot of time. I did not like it. It was a lot of people. You had to wait a long time. Some people didn't get to take all the pictures that they wanted to take throughout the for the swings and stuff like that. We actually didn't even go to be able to do everything we needed to do on day 1, and we had to push it off to day 2. So I've learned with Culture Holidays, you can do this too. You can create your own custom trip ahead of time on trips they already have, even if they don't have it out yet. You can call them up directly, you can send them the itinerary, let them know, have a conversation with them, and then you put it together. They give you a price point and you're working with that. You can open this up to other agents to actually promo too, which then allows that agent to become a sub agent. That sub agent receives all their commission directly because it's through your booking link through Travel Joy. And then when it comes to pay it, you're going to pay Culture Holidays just like you will pay them normally, except for the rooms will be falling under the inventory of the custom trip. Our minimum is 40. I don't want a big trip, a big one. I'm happy with the number 40, honestly, personally, because it's not a lot of people. But as long as we don't go over one bus, I'm good. I think that's like I forgot, I think it's 60 or 80, one of those numbers. But I want to keep it under 100. So if you become a sub agent and you are booking this trip, it's going to be connected to this trip. So when you make your payments, it's going to go to this trip. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm glad you brought up sub agent because I actually have where I got the ones that I got certain people that are sub agent, and I'm going to put everybody on the list because when Culture Holidays updated their website, guess what? All the sub agent contact list is out. So I have to recreate the list and make sure they update and submit the same people. Our Dubai trip is fine for those who've already did theirs for the inventory, which is not too late, by the way, if you still want to get into buy, because it's not until December. I mean, not to September, and the last to make a payment is, I think, July. So you still got time for if people want to go on that. But moving on to day 5, Nasa Penida. This is one of the islands that's off the coast of Bali, which is very pretty and it's very known. It has a lot of activity going through it. But it's a good adventure. Then day 6 coming out with the dance show is a sunset. You kind of chill but it's a beautiful show that they do. And then at night, you're gonna have dinner on the beach with all kinds of seafood if you're a seafood lover. I'm not, but people who like seafood, you'll like getting a bucket of all that food that they have. Day 7, doing an all-white party with the floating brunch. So like white bathing suits, cover-ups, and stuff like that. This is right across the street from a Rice Terrace field. So if you notice there was not a Rice Terrace on that Instagrammable moment, this is where you actually can go through the Rice Terrace field, as well as do the I Love Bali different pictures and stuff like that, because they're going to be up there and you'll be able to see there are a couple of more typos. Okay, if you guys see typos, shoot it to me, let me know, so that I can make those corrections. Thank you so much. This is why I send it out. So then day 8, prepare for departures. So now you have your cancellation and you have your FAQs. One of the things that we really don't talk about is FAQs and how you can add the FAQs. So I want you guys to make sure you're open up to ChatGPT. If you don't have ChatGPT, it's free. Go chat OpenAI on the iOS and on the Android. You can download it. The app is free. They do have a pay version, but I say use the free version. It doesn't hurt. All right, I'm going to go in here and start the edits while people are bringing up their chat. And I'm going down already to day 4 because I know. And if you've seen, let me know so I can make those corrections. Day 4.
Rhinette, your hand is up. Did you have a question?
I never put it down. It's written at, let me see, I'm getting it right now. I'm gonna put it down. Thank you.
All right. So whenever you guys make sure when you do something, you got to republish it again because you make corrections. And then it updates it. All right. So going to edit mode. We're going down to the FAQs. There's another one I'm supposed to put down. Oops. Dr. C, I'm supposed to put at the bottom. I'm having a brain fart. It's the bottom of this or at the bottom of
The bottom of the form?
Oh, the booking link form on the client, the group.
Yes, the form that the client is gonna complete. Yes, at the bottom of that.
Group. Client profile, group client profile update. I gotta see which one it is. Okay, thank you. All right, so when you're going under here, under your, oh, sorry, I didn't give y'all the pricing of the hotel. So here are the hotels. You got the Sala. It's a Marriott property. I did have to change something on quick right here. It is a Marriott property. It's located in Mood. Then you have the Avanya. It is a very beautiful property too, as well, located on the beach. Stala is not located on the beach. Stala is located like in the green with next to a river, still pleasant, not too far from town. And then you have the Westin, which is also a Marriott property, which is located on the beach. Okay, so FAQs. So we have a few FAQs. Pay special attention to the visa because yes, a visa is required to come to Bali. It's only $25 though. It's not nothing major, and you pay it right there at the airport with your card, and it's not a problem. So know that that is the case. So you have your FAQs, and we had like 8 of them here, right? So if you want to do more FAQs, you can go into chat and you can ask cousin chat to say, write as a travel advisor. A list of FAQs about a trip to Bali. And then I could have been very specific. I could have said, hey, do like 25, do 5, do 10, whatever, that kind of thing. And it'll come up and it will show you all the different ones as it's going across. You can pick and choose which ones that you like, that, will make sense for you. I like, what is the currency, the rupiah. I got the Visa one on there. I like the etiquette, the culture and etiquette. And I like this question. Transportation, is driving in Bali easy? No, driving in Bali can be challenging due to different road rules and traffic conditions. If you choose to drive, make sure you have an international driver's license and are comfortable with the local driver's style. They have a lot of mopeds, and driving a moped is not the hard part. It's understanding, the traffic queue. Bali did issue out last year a warning that they were going to stop renting out mopeds to tourists, because they're the ones that end up having the most accidents, because everybody drives crazy. And if you don't really know how to respond, it's worse than New York. Like, it's driving I've never seen before. And I ride a motorcycle, and even I said I'm not getting on no moped, not in the city. Going and get on a moped through the countryside and stuff like that, that's cool, but even that's challenging because the roads are very narrow. So I would advise not to. But here, just off the gate, I know it's a couple that I don't have. So I like, what is the currency? A lot of people always ask that question. The other question a lot of people ask is, what is it? Not the currency, but what is the voltage? Like, what do you use, right? So that's one thing, but you can copy and paste. And as you see, it messes up the formatting, even though you tell it to keep the formatting. So I have to play with it to where it doesn't mess up my formatting somehow. And sometimes it does, right? And this is about the only thing that I'll tell you I really dislike about Travel Joy is this part right here, where it does not, and I don't know if anybody else be having the same issue, where it just does not act right for you. So sometimes I have to copy and paste something that I already have in here and hopefully see if that works. And then try to see if I can then just retype it. I know it's people always ask, they get frustrated with stuff. This is what I get frustrated with thinking about Travel Joy, but I don't let that deter me still from doing what I need to do. So it's around a way to still get it done. What is the currency? And then just using the Indonesian rupiah. So I'll just copy this. And there we go. So that's 7, 8, and then that's 9. And then looking on there, let's see, I got the travel one. Let's see, there was dress code. I like the dress code. And that's what it talks about, the sarong that I was telling you about, the sarong and the sash. Again, I just thought it would just, help me out, but of course not. So I'm gonna do one more and then, you guys will see, I'll do, the other thing I don't like about, now see how I just messed up my little thing? It just went bye-bye because I accidentally deleted it. I don't like when it does that either. Time. Okay. So then you go, so a lot of people talk about, sometimes it'll show up where you don't have to scroll all the way up to the top, it'll show up at the bottom right there for you. And then sometimes it won't, and you have to scroll up. So just to show. All right, so that's how you add FAQs. I'm gonna add a couple more, the one about driving, and then I'm gonna also add the one about the voltage. Again, whenever you're doing something, put publishing, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the guide, okay? So on the guide, I use Travelify. Now, I don't tell people to purchase Travelify. If you're on my team, all you need is my username and my password for my Travelify, because Travelify is really, really good for guides. Really, really good for guides. The best. TravelJoy is catching up. They're just starting. They just got the app. But in terms of Travelify, they're now taking payments and they allow you to do a website, but they're still not automated enough like TravelJoy is. So it's what is it? You get some features that's good and some features it's not, right? So here is the one the guide that I had for last year and that I continue to use. And so you can look at it. I actually had it open. It's already right here. Oh, no, I closed it. So here you can I always tell people like, well, oh, it has your thing on it. If you know how to use a PDF, right? And I'm gonna show you this because I like to, let people know, like, because people are like, well, it has your stuff information. Oh, here's a whole Bali guide, right? Boom, boom, boom. When you look, if you ever did Disney Adventures have one that looks similar to this. If you now travel, not travel, but Culture Holidays, you see Culture Holidays have certain guides and stuff like this, but it gives them like a lot of great information to include the airport, the public transportation. That's why I didn't pick the hospital. And it also even has the voltage down here as well. So I like it when it has some good information for the individuals that are, traveling. And so you would usually send this out and you can automate it in TravelJoy, right? So here it asks, you can do PDF and you can do an expanded version or a condensed version, because the expanded version is going into details about each one. The condensed version kind of gives you the link, so to go by. So I'm gonna do the expanded version. I like to do both to see it's more pages to see so you can see what it looks like. And then it'll say done. You click to download it. And then it'll open up in Adobe. And like I said, if you have Adobe or whatever software that you use, this is the expanded version. So it breaks everything down, gives them a paragraph after each thing, right? Versus the condensed version allows them to click the link to open, right? So all this is printed out for you, right? So I like to, you can edit what I'm trying to say. You can edit different different stuff in Adobe, right? So here I hit edit. And I uploaded it. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna hit edit. And I'm going to preparing for editing. So you see how different things images. So if you don't want my logo on here, look what I'm going to do, which I would say you don't want my logo here. You don't want my picture on here, right? So I can delete that picture. I can delete my name. Oh. I know that you guys can do the same thing as well too. And you can edit, you can change it to where you can put your information in, but for just, the time, I'm just gonna just get rid of everything. Because not everybody know how to, play with PDFs and stuff like that. So here it's plain Jane. I move this up a little bit. So there's not like a big block. It doesn't take much to do. And you can actually put Valley 2025. Here the starting at. And then I'm going to center this one. All right, so now it's done. And now I can get out of edit. And you will see that boom, you got nothing with my information on there, but you got all the other information that's there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have this link right here. Let me go ahead and save it. It is save automatic. I'm gonna share this link and I'm gonna put it in the chat, but I'm also gonna upload this in the templates in link.
So Jen, I have a question.
Mhm.
This is Marquita. So basically this guide that you're doing, you would add that as like an attachment to the Travel Joy so they can go in and kind of get more depth information about that location. That's
Yeah.
basically what you're doing. Okay.
So when you go, so in templates, you usually would do it in forms. And this is where I'm gonna use my cousin chat. You can add a template, and the template name could be the Bali trip guide. And I put the link to the one that's the generic one, but you can add your stuff to in the actual chat too. So I'm gonna go to chat, and I'm gonna ask my cousin. I'm gonna say, cousin, write an email. As travel advisor to client with a Bali travel guide attachment. I always like to see what he comes up with my first one. Okay, so he didn't do bad. So he said, I hope this email finds you well. I'm excited to share with you the personalized travel guide for your upcoming trip to Bali. In the attachment, you'll find a comprehensive guide that includes everything you need to make the most of your Bali adventure. Then it has the attached PDF right here. This guide is tailored to your preferences and interests, ensuring that your time in Bali is both enjoyable and memorable. Detailed itinerary that aligns with your travel dates and interests, recommendations for the places to eat at from local or curated list of accommodations that fit your style and budget. You make this fit your own. Insider tips, navigating culture, customs, and etiquette, selection of activities and attractions that cater to the. So you make it your own, and you copy it. Well, to make it your own, you can make the message here by copy and pasting, right? I take this out. And then I make the changes. And then of course I share this with the team. So this would be, you can make it your own as well. And let's see, it gave me a I took this whole thing. Oh Lordy. So this is only when it comes to the itinerary, I would put the itinerary in too, but for you guys, I'm just doing the comprehensive travel guide, so you can just have it. So you have your comprehensive Bali guide. You got, of course, you see how they got the client's name, so you put that. Hope this email finds you well. I'm excited to share with you your personalized travel guide for your upcoming trip to Bali. In the attachment, you will find a comprehensive guide that includes everything you need to make the most of your trip. If the itinerary does not belong to you, you won't put that. Most of the time I will. You can make the itinerary and put it in as well with them. But again, we're just doing the guide. So here is the recommendations, a curated list. Don't want to do the accommodations. Insider National World Custom Activities. Yep. Practical guide transportation. Yep. Suggestions for sustainable, reliable. That's in there. Please take time to review the guide. Feel free to reach out with any questions. If you have any further customization or if you require further customization, your comfort and enjoy top priorities. Additionally, don't hesitate to contact me or additional arrangements you might need, whether it's booking experience, reserving tables, like recommended restaurants, organize and try and find your service. I'm confident that this Bali travel guide will be valuable companion. Wishing you an unforgettable trip. Da 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 da. All right. Boom. Right. And then whatever your thing is. So now with the add attachment to it, you can have this attachment added to it, and it'll always be a part of this email, right? I'm gonna share this with you. So let me get that attachment. Going to recent. I must save it on my computer. Hold on, I saved it in the cloud. This is the one I'm sharing with everyone. I don't want to rename. I don't know if it lets me rename because it's not a. Look, I don't use my Mac computer much, y'all. I usually just use I just usually use my phone. But I'm not gonna let this beat me. I'm gonna open this up. This is one that saves. Let me just do that one. And PDF, download the PDF. Cool. Yay. All right, so now I can go here. Go into recents. Should be our download, sorry. And there it is. Boom. And this is the one that doesn't have any of my logo or anything like that. So, and this is the one I'll share with you guys. All right, so when I share this with you and you're a member on the team, remember you're gonna go into your emails. As soon as this do the green bar, I'm gonna show you how to find it. It's instant. When you go into your emails, you'll see my templates. That's gonna be what you have. And then you'll see your team templates. That's everything that has been shared, shared with you. So go into your team templates. And if you want to add that to your templates, you hit add to my templates. Anything that's in team, you're gonna add it to your templates that you like, that you want to have shared with you. So that's one thing you can do. And that's how that works. And then you'll see it. It's always in alphabetical order. You'll see it added to your templates. All right. So that's how you would take your guide. Like I said, if you're on my team, if you want the username and password, they have other guides in there. They don't have everything. So some things you'll have to curate. Like I had to curate a Costa Rica one. So I have a Costa Rica one that I curated for as a guide. They have one for one part of it, but I had to add more stuff to it. So now it became a more extensive guide. So you can usually take some of the guide that is in here and you can enhance it, add to it, make it specific to your location. Again, editing through Adobe, but also you can edit it if you want to go through TravelJoy and add it that way. I always say use it. You put in stuff in the library, so it's always there. I say the more we use it, the more stuff we have in the library, the more people we can have more guides for everything. All right, so any questions on the the guide, like how to add a guide, how to do the guide, how to use Travel Joy for it. And if you've seen the guide, if y'all clicked on the guide, what do y'all think about the guide? And while everybody's thinking about that, Marjorie, I'm gonna go into the members and see your thing. Did you get it or look at your spam?
No, it still hasn't come through, and I checked the spam.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
go member team. Team.
I think the guide is a good touch to add to, because I guess like you want to give them, I kind of feel like if you give them more information than what they ask you, then that poses less questions from
Mhm.
your clients. So it's like the more information you give, the better.
And it's spoken from a true green, you guys. Most greens are analytical, so I will tell you, it can go both ways. More options can also cause confusion as well for those who are non-greens. But for your green population, it absolutely is great idea. But for some other colors, it can be overwhelming and they may not even look at it, don't think it's you. It's just, that's just not their thing, right? And so even though it's in black and white, they still gonna ask you the questions because they didn't read. So it just adds a personal touch too and making you separate yourself from everybody else. You know what I mean? Really. I seen some stuff that some agents sent out and I was just like, did they really send this out? They still got IntelliTravel stuff on there. I seen people send in the stuff from Vax Funjet or whatever, you know, how it gives you, thank you for using us. And it has IntelliTravel in the P number, you know, they don't remove it. So it's little things like that that separates you from that other agent. When people talk about, is our thing saturated? The industry can, has like bread. Do you see bread saturated, but you don't see all those choices on the aisle for the bread, right? But what separates each bread from a different one? It's their marketing, is what they're doing. Something makes it stand out. So make yourself stand out. Give that extra. That's one thing Dr. Baywood talks about on Thursday night training, on the travel training. Separate yourself from the masses. I like to do things that's easy to separate yourself from the masses, not, like a whole presentation. Not to say that's wrong. That's actually great if you got the time to do it. That does separate you from the masses too. But stuff like this too, that's already pre-done for you, can actually just add it to your email, separates you from the masses. Ms. Marjorie,
Yes.
have two.
So the first one is missing the R, but the second one is correct.
Okay, this is the one I sent today. This is the one I sent before. That's why you never got that one. So let me remove this. Yes, and then let me resend this one. All right. Okay, so I think I didn't hit everything on the list. Let me stop the share.
Yeah, I got it now. Thank you, Janae.
You are so welcome. All right, so making sure that I got everything. We went over the Bali trip in detail. We talked about the FAQs, how you add them, and the packing list. Oh, no, not packing list. But we talked about the guide. Now, the packing list, you guys, is the same thing as you would do for the guide, and we'll close out with this. I always, again, go to my cousin chat, but you also want to have a basic packing list, right? And so you can have your basic packing list. I have a basic packing list for Costa Rica, but I still like to do them differently. And then I'll do a comparison and I would just make sure, like if I got something on one packing list that I don't have on the other, I, combine it, but I will ask my cousin chat, right, as a travel advisor. Let me ask, has anyone on here have not used an AI, any kind of AI to do your write-ups, content, or anything since it started becoming the new trend? Travel advisor. Everybody's using it? I'm proud of you. You're not scared. All right. So again, here we go. With while that's doing, packing lists. Here is most of you guys got this template in an email. It's a packing list for Costa Rica. With links. I got one with links and without links. With links, and I'm sharing one that's without links. So the one that doesn't have links, this is what it looks like. And those who are on the team, you guys can see this. Basically, it's gonna start out just the same way. It's really generic, and then you just add to it. So when you go and you look under here, it's gonna be very similar. You see how it does the packing list, and you can make this exact same one packing list for Bali in your template. So again, you're gonna copy. You're gonna go over here. In your Travel Joy, you're going to now go to your email template. People have asked, so why don't you create a form for it? You can create a form for it, but there's a reason why I don't create a form for it, but you absolutely can. So you want to put it in here. Remember to edit. You don't want this stuff in here, whatever. And then you want to put in your subject, what it is. You don't want these hashtags. You want to edit that. And again, I'm gonna share this with you guys and you can edit and make your own. But here it says, as a travel advisor, I compiled a comprehensive packet list to ensure you have everything you need for an enjoyable and comfortable trip to Bali. Remember, Bali's climate is tropical, so lightweight, breathable clothes is essential. And that's so true. They do have a rainy season, something like about November to about March. April, May timeframe is about the coolest. And June is hot, all the way up until October, then back to their rainy season. So the lightweight clothes, all that's true. And then you're gonna find yourself adding, here's the universal travel adapter, smartphone charger, portable. One of the things I think it doesn't have on here is, the little plastic container that you carry your phone in. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about in just a second. So here's just a basic generic list that's remember your packing light is a key as it's easier to travel. It is, because let me tell you, a lot of their stuff is, them rocky roads or, stuff like that. The 3 hotels are one's a 5-star. The Stala is like a 3-star type of deal to me. But it's still good, nice. And then the Avanya is another 5-star, but they are huge. So you still, they got people that can take your stuff. But if you ever find yourself in the airport and you ain't got one of them people, then you're gonna have to carry what you bring. So always I tell people in mine, it's like bring as it's easier to travel and you have space for any souvenirs you wish to pack, bring an extra suitcase. Bring an extra suitcase. I will put that on there. Also, recommend bring an empty suitcase. Empty suitcase. And I tell you why, because when you get over there, you're gonna see how cheap stuff is and you're gonna lose your mind, honestly. Double check the weight restriction on the airline policy before you travel. Say travel is body adventure, right? So now I'm gonna share this template. So again, you guys will know where it's at. Boom, make adjustments and corrections to it. Every time I make adjustments to it, it'll automatically update. If you put it over there and you think you just got to go back and see it. Now, the one with links, just in case you're curious about it, we just talked about this not too long ago. If you are an Amazon affiliate, when you signed up with Amazon, you can actually create your packing list with links. By simply going to your Amazon account. You can take pictures, and this is what I was talking about, the waterproof cases for bags. So then when your people actually click on the picture or click on the actual thing, they can go directly to the item that you recommended for them by clicking on it. This is new. The name. They can actually go to it, and if they choose to buy it, they can buy it. Amazon gives you a little cut, not much. And then it's just another stream of income to capitalize on something you're doing anyway, right? Nope, dismiss, don't change that. So that's what I mean by one link. So if you want to know more about becoming an affiliate, go look at the Power Hour, maybe from a couple of weeks ago. I think it's titled, I have to do better about titling these videos, but it talks about how to add the affiliate to your packing list. So it's actually another thing that separates you from the others as well, because again, you're doing an extra, putting a picture with it, making it, more easier for the individual. So, all right, we didn't hit the checklist off. We reviewed the Bali, went through it on the Bali. Only do outs is just, again, the options. There's going to be an added option to do a flower, a decor. That's going to be options. Got to get the price. I should get that soon. So that's one. And then the other, being able to have your packing list, your travel guide, and everything else. So other than that, anyone have any questions?
Janae, can you let oh, you got to do the whole list. I'm sorry. You have to do the whole list for the sub agent anyway.
Thank you. Yep, that's what I'm about to go to, because we've got a few more minutes.
Okay, and my next question is, so it's the same Facebook group that we had last time for Bali. Can you bring that up? Thank you.
I sure can. Share screen. All right, everybody should go to your culture holidays on here.
Janae, you gonna put that link in the chat?
For what? For which one?
The Facebook?
I am. I'm gonna do ancient. Let me stop the recording. Thank you so much for watching the YouTube.